God says, this is a serious warning from heaven. I have been watching closely, waiting patiently for over 4 hours, holding back the storm that is coming your way because you are about to step into something that could damage your destiny forever. I held it back, hoping you would sense my nudge, feel my presence, hear my whisper. But now, time is collapsing, and the urgency has turned into a heavenly alarm. This is not a coincidence. It is a divine interruption. Heaven is flashing this right in front of you because you're seconds away from a mistake that cannot be undone. Comment Amen. If you feel the weight of this moment and believe you've been called to see this right now. You are standing at the very edge of a spiritual cliff, and you don't even realize it. The enemy has been busy setting traps, and while you've been distracted, doubting yourself, feeling unseen, he has been preparing to strike. I did not come to scare you, I came to shield you. This is my final attempt to stop you from falling into something that I never wrote into your story. You may think it's harmless, but I see where it leads. I see the heartbreak, the betrayal, the regret, the isolation that waits if you keep walking toward it. There's someone who has been whispering lies into your spirit, and you've started believing them. Lies that say you're not good enough. That no one cares. That your pain will never end. That maybe even I have left you. But I need you to hear me now. I have never left your side. I've been right here, in the silence, in the tears, in the lonely places where you thought no one saw you. I was there holding your heart when it felt like it couldn't beat through another day. I was the hand over your mind when fear tried to break you. Like this video if your soul feels this is not just another moment, but a divine rescue sent directly from the heart of God to you. Right now, I'm asking you to pause. Close the doors you know you shouldn't have opened. Walk away from what I never placed in your hands. Shut the voices that are leading you away from my peace. You've tolerated far too much. You've given yourself away to things that never loved you. You've silenced your spirit to please others, forgetting that you were created to please me. This is the moment you need to say, enough is enough. Return to the shelter of my voice before the storm you weren't prepared for overtakes you. Comment 11:11. If you believe heaven is speaking right now, just for you. You see, I allowed delays because I was protecting you. I allowed doors to close because I knew what was behind them. I let certain people leave because their season in your life was over, and holding on to them was keeping you from the miracles I had prepared ahead. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it confused you. But everything I do is intentional. I am not a careless God. I do not forget my children. I do not leave my chosen ones behind. And you, yes you, are one of the chosen. Don't ever let your circumstances trick you into forgetting who you are in my eyes. You are not abandoned. You are not rejected. You are not unseen. You are loved beyond measure, protected more than you know, and being prepared for something far greater than you have imagined. But if you take this next step without me, if you walk into that situation without my approval, you will open yourself to battles I never assigned to you. That's why I'm speaking so urgently. That's why I've held this moment in place, because I need you to wake up before it's too late. Your tears have not been in vain. Your prayers have not gone unheard. I have stored every cry, every plea, every whispered hope. And I am about to move in your life in a way that will silence every voice that mocked your faith. But you must stay aligned. Do not walk away now. Do not be tricked by temporary pleasure. Do not lose your eternal blessing for a passing distraction. What I have for you is worth the wait, worth the struggle, worth the obedience. Comment 222. If you trust that this is your turning point, divinely orchestrated by me. I am the God who parted seas. I am the God who raised the dead. I am the God who silences storms, heals the broken, and restores what others said was beyond hope. I can do all things, and I have never changed. The same power that moved through the Red Sea is the power I am releasing over your situation right now. But I need your agreement. I need your surrender. I need your willingness to let go of what's pulling you away from me. This warning isn't punishment. It's mercy. It's me, running after you before you go too far. It's me, shaking the heavens to get your attention because you matter that much to me. I am jealous for your heart. I do not want to share you with the darkness. You were made to shine, not to suffer in silence. You were called to rise, not to drown in anxiety. You were created in my image, not to be broken by the world's opinions. Come back to me. Let me restore what was lost. Let me shield you from what's coming if you don't listen now. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The enemy has accelerated his attack because he knows you're on the verge of breakthrough. He's throwing everything at you because he senses the shift in the spiritual realm. You may feel overwhelmed, but I'm not asking you to fight alone. I'm asking you to trust me. Your victory doesn't come from your strength, it comes from your surrender. Lay it down at my feet. The pain, the confusion, the anger, the bitterness, the exhaustion. Give it all to me. I will carry it for you. God says, this is your divine moment of decision. There is a thin line between what you want and what I have destined. You are seconds away from stepping into either divine covering or devastating consequence. I am not saying this to terrify you, but to rescue you from a future you won't survive without me. I have waited patiently for over 4 hours, whispering through signs, through feelings, through moments that you dismissed. But now, I must speak clearly and thunderously. You are about to make a move that can fracture your peace, delay your purpose, and silence the blessings I've been storing up for you. Comment 333. To declare your faith right now. There is a reason you felt uneasy. There is a reason something in you doesn't feel settled. That's not anxiety, it's divine disruption. It's me, shaking your spirit awake before you sleepwalk into disaster. Do not mistake delay for denial. I'm not punishing you. I'm protecting you. I know you've been waiting, praying, hoping for signs, but this is more than a sign, it is a supernatural stop sign flashing from heaven. If you ignore this, it won't just be hard, it will be dangerous. And I love you too much to let you walk into that blindly. There is a person, a situation, a decision trying to masquerade as harmless. It looks safe. It feels familiar. But it's been sent to break you. Behind the mask is a trap. And I see what you can't see. You have no idea what's been discussed behind closed doors. You have no clue the schemes being planned in darkness while you rest. But I know. I hear the conversations. I see the betrayals before they reach your ears. That's why I'm warning you. Because you're walking toward what I've been fighting to keep away from you. I need you to remember who you are. You are not ordinary. You are not disposable. You are not forgotten. You are my beloved, my chosen, my protected child. I marked you before you were born. I placed gifts inside you that hell has been trying to silence since day one. That's why you've been attacked so much. That's why the warfare has been endless. It's not because you're weak. It's because you're anointed. And the more powerful your calling, the harder the enemy fights to confuse and derail you. Comment 555. If you still trust my plan, even when you don't understand it. I've seen your heart trembling. I've watched your strength fading. You've been holding on by threads, trying to smile when you're breaking inside. But I want you to know, nothing you've walked through has been for nothing. I have been shaping you, stretching you, refining you for this exact moment. The silence wasn't abandonment. It was preparation. The closed doors weren't rejections. They were redirections. You didn't lose time, you gained wisdom. You didn't lose people, you gained protection. But now is the time to respond. Heaven won't wait forever. If you step into what I haven't ordained, it will delay every promise you've cried out for. That relationship, that offer, that opportunity, it's not all from me. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's God. Just because they say the right things doesn't mean they carry my spirit. You must test everything. I gave you discernment for a reason. And when your peace leaves, that's your sign to stay still. I am a God of order, not confusion. I never rush you into panic. I never speak through fear. I am not in the chaos. I am in the stillness. The quiet knowing. The deep confirmation that fills your soul when something is from me. And if you don't feel that, then don't move. Don't let desperation push you out of divine alignment. What you're about to do may seem small, but the ripple effects will touch everything connected to you. That's why I'm intervening now. Comment 12:12. To affirm your standing under my covering right now. I have angels surrounding you as you read this. They've been dispatched on your behalf, holding back attacks, cutting down invisible snares, and placing divine barriers between you and danger. You may not see them, but you've felt the sudden peace, the unexplainable shift, the moments of clarity. That was my hand. I didn't just bring you here by chance. I brought you here because the next few hours are crucial. You must not lean on your emotions. You must not follow your feelings. You must lean fully on my voice. There is a door you're about to open that doesn't carry my name on it. And though it looks promising, once opened, it will invite confusion, loss, and deep regret. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to spare you. You've cried enough. You've suffered enough. You've been through battles that I never designed for you. I need you to stop returning to the fire that burned you. Stop trying to fix what I told you to walk away from. I have better. I have healing. I have restoration. But I won't compete for your attention. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financially freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This is your moment of surrender. The angels are standing by. Heaven is waiting on your response. Will you trust me even when your heart wants something else? Will you choose my will when your emotions beg you to run in the opposite direction? I promise you, what I have is safer. What I have is holy. What I have won't leave you broken. Choose me. Choose peace. Choose purpose over pain. Choose destiny over destruction. God says, I am speaking this to your soul before it's too late. You have no idea how much has been hanging in the balance while you've been distracted, confused, and pulled into directions I never intended for you. I have been waiting, watching the clock of heaven tick closer and closer to a threshold you don't want to cross. This is not a small matter. This is a matter of your purpose, of your protection, of your very future. You are about to hand over your peace to something that was sent to rob you, not bless you. Comment 777. If you believe I am stopping the wrong thing from happening in your life right now. There's a divine war being fought in the unseen realm around you. Angels have been sent to block the darkness you didn't even know was trying to reach you. Demonic forces have been whispering lies, trying to reroute you through confusion and loneliness. But I have been fighting for your clarity. I've been sending you gentle signals, small delays, strange obstacles, all because I didn't want you to reach this point uninformed. I am telling you with finality now, do not take that step. Do not say yes to that voice. Do not engage in that connection. You keep wondering why it's not feeling peaceful, why everything feels loud inside your spirit. That unrest is not coincidence. That inner tension is my spirit warning you. When I bless something, there's peace. There's calm. There's deep knowing. But when I withdraw, confusion enters. Listen to what your spirit is telling you. You are not crazy. You are not imagining it. That check in your soul is me, guarding you. Honor that check. Honor that hesitation. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Comment 999. To declare that your spirit chooses divine wisdom over emotions. I'm not just trying to save your time, I'm trying to save your calling. You have something on your life that the enemy fears. He fears your light. He fears your potential. He fears what you'll become when you fully surrender. That's why he's sending distraction wrapped in beauty. That's why he's disguising traps in comfort. But I need you to remember who you are. You're not here to live like everyone else. You're not here to follow trends. You're here to follow truth. There's still time. You can turn around. You can walk away from what's not of me. You can choose peace over pressure. Holiness over popularity. Obedience over opportunity. This choice will define more than your next step, it will define what doors I can open for you next. I want to release favor over you. I want to open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings so big you can't contain them. But if you're holding hands with what I've told you to release, you're not in position to receive. Comment 1010. If you're letting go of what God never gave you, this moment matters more than you realize. I see the chapters ahead. I see the consequences of you ignoring this. But I also see the miracles that will flood your life the moment you choose me again. You've been asking for breakthrough, for healing, for restoration. But all of that flows through your alignment. You cannot live in disobedience and expect peace. You cannot entertain the enemy's offers and walk in divine favor. You must decide whose voice you're going to follow. I am not harsh. I am holy. I do not condemn, but I do correct. This warning isn't rejection, it's redemption. I'm pulling you out before you get lost again. I'm protecting the version of you that you haven't even met yet. The healed version. The powerful version. The joyful version. But that version requires sacrifice. It requires you to walk away from what's pulling you back into cycles I already freed you from. There is someone who keeps reappearing in your life like a test. They were sent to distract, not to deliver. They speak with charm, but carry confusion. You know this. You've seen the pattern. Every time they come back, something in you dies a little more. That's not love. That's manipulation. That's the enemy wearing a familiar face. Let them go. Block the door. Don't pray for closure, pray for strength to walk away without needing it. I'll heal what they broke. I'll restore what they took. You think you can fix it. You think you're being loving by staying connected. But you're not the healer, I am. And I can't heal what you won't release. Stop trying to rescue what I've called you to release. Stop carrying what's not your cross. The moment you let go, I will step in. The moment you walk away, I will walk in. But I cannot share space with what's hurting you. It's me or them. Peace or chaos. Purpose or pain. It's your decision. And when you choose me, all of heaven will celebrate. The chains will fall. The weight will lift. The silence will be replaced by songs. Your soul will breathe again. You'll feel it. That peace that passes understanding. That divine reassurance that you are where you belong. That's what I've been waiting to give you. But I won't force it. I love you too much to make you stay where I am. I want you to come willingly, fully, wholeheartedly. I want all of you. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. God says, this is your moment of sacred awakening. I have not delayed this warning by chance. I have restrained judgment and held back consequences, waiting for you to see what I've been trying to show you for hours. You are moments away from stepping into something irreversible, something that will not just bruise you, it will break you if I don't intervene. I am not standing back idly. I am reaching into your path, shaking everything around you so you can hear me loud and clear. This is your final caution before what's been hidden becomes your reality. Comment 1515. If your heart feels this is a direct call to stop and listen. I know it hurts to let go of what once felt safe. I know you invested your time, your heart, your energy into things you thought were sent by me. But child, hear me, just because it lasted long doesn't mean it was ever from heaven. Longevity is not evidence of divinity. You stayed longer than I asked. You fought harder than I required. And now, you're exhausted, not because you're weak, but because you're carrying what was never yours to begin with. Let it go. Let them go. Let the illusion go. You were never meant to carry the weight of proving yourself to people who were never assigned to your destiny. You don't need their approval to walk into your purpose. You don't need to explain your healing, your silence, or your growth. I approved you before they ever had an opinion. I called you before they knew your name. And I have not changed my mind. Even when you doubted me. Even when you walked away. I've stayed. I've waited. And now, I'm fighting for you one last time. Comment 1717. If you are choosing healing over history. You've cried out for me to speak. You've begged for a sign, for a word, for confirmation that you're not alone. This is it. This is your burning bush. Your Red Sea moment. I have brought this before your eyes at the exact second your spirit was beginning to wander. I could have stayed silent. I could have let you learn the hard way. But I love you too deeply to let you break again like before. I remember every tear. I count them. I hold them. And I refuse to let you drown in what looks like comfort but carries destruction. There is power waiting for you, but it requires your separation from the counterfeit. I cannot release fresh oil into vessels still full of what I never poured. There are blessings held up, not because I'm withholding them, but because your hands are still clinging to what I asked you to release. You want new beginnings, but you're still attending the funerals of old attachments. You want overflow, but you won't let me empty the old. Release. Empty. Surrender. That is how I fill. That is how I heal. That is how I move. Comment Amen. If you're ready for me to move again in your life. My love is not weak. It is fierce. It is protective. It is relentless. And right now, my love is standing between you and disaster. I see what's coming. I see the conversations you haven't heard, the secrets you haven't discovered, the plans that have been brewing in shadows. They are not harmless. They are sent to destroy your focus, your identity, your peace. But I won't let it happen, not while you still have breath to choose me. Not while you still have strength to walk away. You think it's too late. You think the damage is done. But what you don't understand is that I am the God of reversals. I restore years. I rewrite endings. I resurrect what died prematurely. And even now, I'm ready to breathe on the ashes and bring beauty out of what was broken. But I cannot do that while you're still investing in what's killing your spirit. Don't keep watering what I have uprooted. Don't try to rebuild what I allowed to fall. I didn't destroy it to hurt you, I removed it to heal you. There are people connected to your next season who cannot reach you while you're entangled in yesterday's chains. That's why I'm separating you. That's why I'm pulling you out. It's not punishment, it's positioning. You're being elevated. And sometimes, elevation requires isolation. Trust the cutting. Trust the quiet. Trust the doors that closed without warning. They weren't shutting you out, they were saving your soul. And in the silence, I've been speaking. In the stillness, I've been pouring wisdom into you. You've grown, even if you haven't seen it yet. You're not who you were a year ago. You've survived storms you thought would break you. That strength, that fire, that resilience, that's me inside you. And I'm not finished with you yet. What's coming is better than what you lost. But you cannot receive it if you're standing on the wrong side of obedience. This is the moment you realign. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. You have no more time to waste in cycles of confusion. No more time to invest in people who pull you away from me. No more energy to pour into places where my spirit no longer dwells. Come home. Return to me. Not out of fear, but out of hunger. I want you close again. I want your heart, not your perfection. I want your surrender, not your performance. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond my reach. I still have plans for you. Plans to prosper you. Plans to give you hope. Plans to restore what the locusts devoured. But you must obey this final tug. You must respond to the sound of my voice over the noise of your desires. Choose me. Choose life. Choose purpose. God says, what you're about to choose right now will shape the next years of your life. This is not a casual warning. This is a sacred turning point. You are standing in the place where destinies shift, where heaven watches and waits, where angels hold their breath to see what you will do. I have not waited 4 hours for nothing. I've been circling around you, touching your heart, whispering truth, shielding you from unseen chaos, but now I must speak louder because what you do next will either align you with divine acceleration or pull you into a prolonged storm. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Comment 222. If you trust that heaven is guiding you right now. You are my masterpiece. My living temple. My beloved. But you have allowed people and things to take up residence in your life that have no covenant with me. You have made space for confusion and called it kindness. You've allowed manipulation and labeled it mercy. But I didn't call you to be drained. I didn't anoint you to be mistreated. My protection does not mean passive endurance of pain. Sometimes, my love looks like disruption. Sometimes, my mercy arrives through separation. And this warning, is my mercy dressed in urgency. I see how tired you are. You smile but carry invisible weights. You function but feel hollow. You give and give but receive only fragments in return. That is not the life I died to give you. I sent my Son to give you life, abundant, free, restored. But you cannot live in freedom while tethered to chains you've normalized. I have been cutting cords. I've been breaking soul ties. I've been dismantling strongholds. But you must stop reattaching what I've already removed. Comment 1111. If you're ready to walk in the freedom I've already paid for. There's something you're clinging to that you think you need. You're afraid that if you let it go, nothing better will come. That fear is not from me. That's the enemy trying to convince you to settle. But I am not a God of scarcity. I am the God of overflow. I do not remove without replacing. I do not prune without preparing fruit. But you must trust the process. You must release your grip so I can fill your hands with something better. The longer you hold on to what I've outgrown, the longer you delay the joy I've set before you. I see your secret prayers. The ones you whisper through tears. The ones you think I've forgotten. But child, I have not forgotten you. I have engraved your name on the palm of my hand. I've counted every silent scream, every night you cried yourself to sleep. You think I wasn't there, but I was. Holding your spirit when you couldn't hold yourself. Lifting your head when shame tried to bury it. Surrounding you with angels even when you thought you were alone. You were never abandoned. You've always been seen. Comment Amen. If you believe I've never stopped watching over you. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be willing. Willing to surrender. Willing to obey. Willing to trust me more than you trust your own feelings. This moment is not about your strength, it's about your submission. There is a battle happening in the heavenlies right now over your life, and your obedience is the key that will either bind the darkness or empower it. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to say, "Yes, Lord. I'll follow. Let me handle what you can't. Let me carry what's too heavy. Stop trying to figure out what I've already worked out. Stop replaying the past hoping it will give you answers. What hurt you will not heal you. What broke you cannot build you. Only I can. And I'm here, hands open, heart full, power ready. I'm ready to restore. I'm ready to release what's been held up. But you must let go of what's blocking the flow. You must make room for the miraculous. There's been a delay over your life because of disobedience you didn't even realize you were walking in. Not rebellion, but fear. Not pride, but exhaustion. You've been surviving instead of thriving. You've been trying to hold it all together when all I asked was for you to lay it all down. There is no shame in surrender. That is where your strength is reborn. That's where joy returns. That's where the storm stops. In the place of surrender. I know what they did to you. I know the lies. The rejection. The abandonment. I know how it made you question your worth. But hear me, your value was never based on their behavior. You are who I say you are. And I say you are royalty. Redeemed. Restored. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. I specialize in the impossible. I take what's shattered and make it whole. I take what the world deems unusable and make it glorious. Don't miss this moment. Don't ignore the sound of heaven reaching for you. Don't silence the tug in your spirit that keeps saying, "There's more than this." That tug is me. That pull is me. That burning in your heart is my voice telling you that you were made for more. That you were made for peace, for purpose, for power. And it starts with a choice. Right now. Choose me over confusion. Choose faith over fear. Choose destiny over disappointment. God says, I am not finished with you. Even if others have walked away, even if life has thrown storm after storm, I still see the treasure in you that the world overlooked. I see the gold underneath the wounds. I see the fire still flickering inside your soul. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are still my child, and my hand is still upon you. I've waited patiently, watching your heart grow weary, but now is the time I rise to speak and pull you out of what was never meant to hold you. Comment 333. If you believe God is restoring everything the enemy tried to steal, you don't even realize the depth of danger you've been walking toward. You thought you were managing it, balancing it, handling it on your own. But behind what looked innocent was a darkness so deep, only my light could expose it. I've delayed the impact of the enemy's trap to give you this final moment to shift. Don't treat this lightly. This isn't just a wake-up call. It's a divine rescue. A holy interception. A last-minute salvation from pain that could have changed your future for years. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The enemy knows your weak spots. He's been studying your patterns. He doesn't just show up with destruction, he disguises it with delight. That's why I'm speaking now. You've been trusting your feelings, but your feelings have been deceived. The path you're on may look peaceful, but it's a trap dressed in comfort. And I love you too much to stay silent. I'd rather you cry for a moment in obedience than weep for years in regret. Turn now. Shift now. Return to me before the damage is done. Comment 777. If you know this is God stepping in to protect your future. I have never required you to figure it all out. I only ask that you trust me. That you believe I have better. That you believe I can heal the pain you keep hiding from everyone else. You are walking through this moment not because I want to see you break, but because I'm pulling you out of cycles that your prayers have asked me to end. You begged for freedom. You asked for healing. You cried for clarity. This is how I answer. I expose what must be confronted so I can release what's been prepared. There are doors you've been knocking on that I closed. Not to punish you, but to protect you. That silence you heard wasn't rejection, it was redirection. I wasn't ignoring you. I was setting you apart. I was shielding you from unseen battles. From betrayal. From heartbreak. From wasted years. What you thought was delay was divine strategy. I didn't want you to settle for what you thought you needed. I've been preparing you for something you didn't even know how to ask for. Comment, Amen. If you believe the closed doors were part of your protection. Every closed chapter, every ended connection, every lost opportunity was not the end. It was the setup. The soil needed to be cleared. The weeds needed to be pulled. The ground needed to be made holy before I could build again. And now, as you stand in this moment, I want you to feel the weight of this truth: you are being chosen again. Heaven has not given up on you. I am not ashamed of your journey. I am proud of the fight you've made to still be standing. You were never weak. You were never too broken. You were not a mistake. Everything you've faced has been shaping you, softening you, cleansing you of pride, fear, and the need to please people. You don't belong to their opinions. You don't belong to your past. You belong to me. And I have never stopped calling you back to myself. This moment is my voice echoing into your soul, calling you home. Not just emotionally, spiritually, entirely. I want your full surrender. You've known me from a distance, but now I want you to walk with me intimately. No more guessing. No more searching. No more falling for what the world offers just to end up empty again. I have the answers you need. I am the peace you've been missing. I am the healing your heart cries for. I am the voice that silences all others. And I am not mad at you. I'm madly in love with you. And I am calling you back before you step off a cliff you don't see coming. There's a shift waiting for you. A miracle waiting on the other side of your obedience. But I cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. You must let go of what no longer aligns with who I called you to be. You can't take bitterness, fear, and compromise into the next chapter. I am refining you now because what I'm about to release requires purity, humility, and full trust. You are being prepared not just to be blessed, but to carry the blessing without it breaking you. This is your sacred moment. Everything can change here. And it won't be because of your effort, but because of your surrender. Let me heal the parts of you you've hidden. Let me replace what's been draining you. Let me write the rest of your story from here. I've seen the beginning and the end, and I promise you, what's ahead is more beautiful than what's behind. God says, you've come too far to go back now. You've survived battles no one knew about. You've kept walking with a broken heart, smiling through silent suffering, carrying burdens that tried to crush your spirit. But I have watched you. I have counted your tears and measured your pain. And this is the moment I've prepared for you. A divine intersection between what nearly destroyed you and what will now deliver you. You are standing on the edge of breakthrough, but one wrong turn, just one, can pull you into something I've been shielding you from all along. Comment 555. If you believe this is your rescue from what was never meant for you. I haven't just been watching, I've been intervening. You didn't even know how close you were to breaking. You didn't see the traps that were hidden beneath the surface. You couldn't hear the schemes being spoken behind your back. But I saw it all. I blocked it. I delayed it. I detoured your steps so you wouldn't fall into the pit the enemy dug for you. But I cannot hold it back much longer if you keep leaning toward what I've been calling you to leave behind. This moment right now, this voice, is my last attempt to redirect you. You can't walk into divine purpose while dragging the pain of past patterns. You can't claim to trust me and still cling to what I told you to release. The person, the plan, the habit, it may look harmless now, but I see what it becomes. You are not equipped to fight what's coming without my presence going before you. You need me. You need my voice louder than ever before. Comment 10:10. If you're choosing God's voice over your own emotions. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You've mistaken my silence for absence. But I've been in every delay. Every no. Every door that wouldn't open. Every person that walked away. That was not rejection, that was redirection. I closed it because it was beneath your calling. I removed them because they couldn't walk where I'm taking you. I shut it down because the timing was wrong and your soul wasn't ready. And now, after everything you've endured, I am giving you one last opportunity to align fully before I release what's been waiting in heaven's storehouse for you. I have stored blessings with your name on them. Miracles that have been assigned to your life since the beginning. But you must walk in obedience. You must walk away from the counterfeit comfort and come back into covenant with me. You can't receive holy things while living in hidden rebellion. You can't receive the promise while tolerating what's poisoning your peace. What I have for you requires purity, not perfection, but full surrender. I will do the rest. Comment Amen. If you're surrendering every distraction for the will of God. I see the heaviness in your chest. I see the thoughts that won't stop circling your mind. I see the fear that paralyzes your decisions. But I am the God who delivers minds. I break mental torment. I destroy emotional prisons. I silence the voices of anxiety and regret. I speak peace into storms. And I am doing that for you now. The chains you couldn't break are snapping in the spirit as you surrender. The darkness that hovered over you is being lifted as you trust me again. Don't fear the loneliness that follows obedience. It won't last forever. I will surround you with people who carry my heart. People who speak life, not confusion. People who lift you in prayer and remind you of your calling. I will restore what was lost. But for now, I need you to be still. To be quiet. To listen. To separate yourself from the noise and let me show you what's real and what was sent to sabotage. You've had enough deception. Now it's time for clarity. This is your Jordan River moment. You've been circling the wilderness long enough. You've tolerated less because you forgot how much I've already put inside you. You've been afraid to walk alone, but you've never truly been alone. I've walked beside you in the fire. I've held you through every valley. And I'm still here, ready to take you into the land I promised you. But Egypt cannot come with you. The old mindset must die. The old relationships must end. The old habits must fall. You are about to walk into something holy. But first, you must release what's been haunting you. Stop going back to what hurt you just because it's familiar. Stop searching for healing in people who broke you. Stop trying to rewrite stories that I've already ended. I have something new. I am doing a new thing, even now, even here. But will you perceive it? Will you see it? Will you choose me instead of what your flesh craves? I am not angry, I am waiting. My arms are open. My heart is full. My spirit is ready to pour out. Heaven is ready to move, but your obedience unlocks what your prayers have requested. I cannot force you, but I will always call you. Over and over. Until you remember who you are. Until you realize that the safest place in the world is still under my covering. Not in control, but in surrender. Not in your plan, but in my purpose. God says, you are at a sacred threshold, and I will not let you walk into disaster while I am still able to reach for you. I've waited and warned. I've whispered and wept. Now I speak with the weight of heaven because your next decision could open the door to divine peace, or unimaginable pain. You are loved too much to be left uninformed. You are covered too deeply to be misled any longer. And this, right now, is not just a message. This is a divine rescue. I am intervening because I have chosen you. Comment 1717. If you believe God is stepping in to realign your next move, you've allowed too many voices into your spirit. Too many opinions. Too many distractions. You've been pulled in every direction but the one I marked for you. It's time to cut the noise. It's time to separate what's temporary from what's eternal. My voice has never changed. I have always been the same, from your first breath to this very moment. I've seen you wrestling with fear, with confusion, with guilt. But I say to you now, release it all. You don't need to be perfect to return. You only need to be willing. There are conversations you've been entertaining that have no place in your destiny. There are people you've been holding space for who don't honor the anointing on your life. I see the manipulation behind the smiles. I see the spiritual warfare disguised as opportunity. I see the subtle compromise that's been creeping into your decisions. It may look like peace now, but it is poison waiting to unfold. That's why I have come now, to speak, to warn, and to break what needs to be broken. Comment 222. If you know you're being rescued from the wrong path right now, you cannot walk into what's next carrying what I've already asked you to drop. You cannot receive new oil while clinging to empty vessels. Your next season will require greater discernment, stronger obedience, and deeper trust. What I'm about to release cannot dwell in a divided heart. You must choose. Choose the holy over the harmful. Choose truth over trend. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted.